Okay, welcome to this daily horoscope for Monday, March 30th. My name is Athen. So today we have the moon still in Cancer coming out of Sunday. A lot of energy coming from Sunday actually into the day, really the first part of the day. So the overall energy here is about emotions. It's about having that emotional connection to what we're doing, our sentiments, perhaps spending some time or doing things relating to home, to family, to your past, to your soul essence. There's a lot of soul activity taking place today, which I'll mention. So having that soul connection to what you're doing as well. Now this day is kind of split up into two parts. We have the first part and the second part. The first part of the day is a lot of the energy from Sunday, one of which is Venus trining up to Pluto. So the earlier part, there's definitely this support when we want to dive deep with things, when we want to be truthful, honest and raw with our relationships in particular, because it is involving Venus. But in general, I think those elements will help us enjoy what we're doing. So it's a great energy for diving to the depths of things, for enjoying the deeper elements of things, and I think that is going to support us in general, especially the first part. Now the moon's going to be conjunct up to Jupiter the early part of the day as well, which is a good expansion, especially involving our feelings and listening to that inner guidance too. Jupiter is slowing down. He's about to go station direct finally. And so with the moon going over Jupiter now, this might be an awareness and learning and really reflecting on perhaps what you've learned since December of last year in regards to your inner guidance, in regards to knowing the difference between your purpose and the connection between your purpose and your own inner knowing. And this has all been this Jupiter in Cancer sort of energy. But now with the moon going over there, I think it might be activated. So listen to your internal guidance. See your overall life path. See what is transforming in your life, where you're headed in a general sense, because the details of course aren't up to us, but the overall sense. And this can also be a very good expansion of our feelings too. Now the moon is going to be squaring up to Venus, so one caution of the day is just make sure that you're putting enough attention on the emotional side of relationships. So keeping things nice and balanced with the emotional side I think is definitely key here, because that's the overall energy of the moon in Cancer. And so squaring up to Venus is signifying there might be a needing to really put some conscious attention on keeping the scales balanced. So notice the emotional connections. Notice how you can perhaps improve the emotional connections in your relationships, in what you're doing, and I think naturally that'll have a nice balance, especially again, this is early part of the day. Now the moon's trining up to Uranus in the early part as well, so try something new, try something different. It's a great day for those things. It's a great day for networking, for groups and friends, and I think just mixing things up will be very supportive as well with that trine. Now the second part of the day, the sun conjuncts up to the South Node Ketu, which is about your material attachments. So there's this shift you can see. The early part of the day is definitely about, I think, relationships. I think it's about some expansion, the overall life energy, and then here it becomes very personal. Second part of the day, and this has to do with South Node is your past life energy and also early life energy. And so this is essentially the karmic attachments, the karmic sort of residue that we have from our past that we are attached to in regards to the physical realm, which is of course only natural. But now we have an opportunity to release some of these things, and the releasing happens through that observation, that spiritual observation. And that's why South Node is so often associated with spirituality, because it's through this natural releasing, this spiritual process, we let go of these old energies and these old attachments to the physical realm. So the later part of the day is really good for meditation. It's really good for doing that internal work, listening to that, internal emotional guidance, that internal wisdom, and allowing some of the old energies to go. And whether it's just a 5-minute meditation or 10-minute meditation, in general, just having that reflection, because the sun really illuminates things. And so the sun going over the South Node helps us really see what they are. And it's through that observation that they can go. And perhaps it's relating to your passion, what you once thought was your passion in life, what you once thought was something that was very important to you with the sun energy, something you wanted to do. And so through the day, and this is going to be an energy tomorrow as well, but as we get closer to the end of the day, I think we're going to feel more and more of this ability to have that spiritual enlightenment, have that releasing of the attachments, and through that, there will be a tremendous amount of passion and zest that can come from this type of aspect when we're willing to let go of those past energies. So really good for that, really good for those spiritual things in the later part of the day. All right, so let's go and draw a card, see what Spirit has in store for us. Okay, Uranus. Well, this is what all this energy is really gearing up for. We're going to have the Sun and Mercury going over Uranus here next week. So there's this sort of freeing up. And that's what this whole Uranus-Pluto square energy has been about. And now with a trine from Uranus and the Moon, perhaps this is a reminder to step into what makes you feel free. What makes you feel like you can be yourself. And it's linked to giving and contributing and being a part of something greater than self. That's where Uranus, that's what the Uranus energies are about. It's a very personal but also very impersonal in the sense that it's about things greater than you. So perhaps this is a reminder from Spirit, step into your freedom, step into your perspective on how you can give and contribute to a vision or ideal larger than self. Be yourself, and through that naturally, I think we'll find a lot of what all of this stuff is being released, because March and this early part of April is all about releasing in order to find our spiritual freedom, which is Uranus in Pisces right now at the moment. It's a lot of this transitioning, what true spiritual freedom really means. But it's individual. It's for all of us individually. So listen to that, what that is for you, and listen to that. Listen to that inner knowing. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks a lot for all of your likes and subscribes and comments and shares. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Take care.